FLOSSTUBE, it's Leigh from Creatively here on Sunday the 11th of December with FLOSSTUBE number 155. Thanks to you all for coming back to my weekly YouTube video about cross stitch, and today's video is brought to you by Israeli couscous and our old friend the pomegranate. If you know, you know. I'm going out for dinner tonight and I'm taking a salad or a side dish, whatever you want to call it, and I looked and saw what I had, so I'm going to make an Israeli couscous and pomegranate salad. It's funny, just need a few herbs and a few pistachios which I'll pick up this afternoon, so it's very exciting. Also got the oven on, warming up the cast iron Dutch oven thing because I'm making a couple of loaves of my no-knead bread as well. So I'm going to get the first one in shortly, then the other one in. So yeah, it is a YouTube channel about cross stitch. We'll get there eventually. So yeah, it's been a week. Lots of Christmassy things. I think we've had the last work-related Christmassy thing. Hallelujah! So glad that's over. And just catching up with a few friends today and next weekend and stuff. And I've got a friend, colleague staying with me a couple of nights this week because she lives, works mostly remotely now, works from home a couple of hours away, but she needs to be in town. So anyway, I'm going to have a house guest for a couple of nights this week. I've made up her room, fresh sheets and dusted, and slowly working my way around the house over the next week or so before I go away for Christmas. Yeah, Christmas will be up with Dad up in the Bay of Plenty. He's doing okay. He's had his fair share of little Christmas lunches and things with the various old people groups that he belongs to, and as he said, he goes over the road to some neighbours for a little soiree, as he calls it. We like the word soiree in our family. Because Jenny across the road really likes to cook, so she cooks quite fancy things. I am wearing an old shirt. I don't wear fancy clothes around the house, bear with me. I was my gardening shirt anyway. He makes fancy sort of meals and stuff, so that was hopefully kept him busy yesterday. He's doing okay, still got a terrible cough. He sort of wrenched his back a little bit with it, which sucks, but I don't know, he's just poor old bugger. He's in the bloody wrecker's yard, isn't he? So yeah, 8 days of work for me. Then how many days do I have? 2.5 weeks off, I think. And I can't wait. I freaking can't wait. I've just had it. I'm over it. It's too much. It's too hard. I got all of my giveaways in the post this week as well. So that includes finally Sabrina, the bag on its way. The project bag from my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I finally got that in the post to you. Just be careful when you open it. I did write on it, take care opening, because it is like, just don't cut it because you might cut the bag. It's quite snug in the bag, so just I don't know, tear it with your teeth or something, but just yeah, take care opening it so that you don't wreck the beautiful bag. Hopefully it arrives not crushed, like, you know, the zip crushed and everything, but I put some reinforcing around the zip. Anyway, I hope it gets here okay. I know Judith posts bags all the time, so it should be fine. And then I got all the other giveaways from my 3-year anniversary, the pasta stash charts and all that. I got them all in the post, I think, last week as well. So. New stuff. So I've only got one new thing. I did have a small PayPal credit because someone bought me a coffee recently, thank you very much. And I was just browsing and remember this from a couple of weeks ago. I have to show it again because I love it so much. From Tinsel Cross Stitch. This was, you know, my own silk conversion. Well, she went and did it again, didn't she? I bought this. Look at this chart. It's sort of, I guess, a loose companion. It's definitely in the same style. And this one was called Firebird Sampler. And this one is called Dolphin Sampler. Look look at it, oh my god, I had to buy it. Also it was like discounted, so on sale, so instead of quite significantly discounted, so I whipped out my PayPal and got this. I think it's probably a similar size, I haven't actually checked. I mean, I'm not gonna, anyway, I love it. So this will be kitted up at some stage with my own silks again, and I freaking love it. It's amazing. So yeah, tinsel cross stitch over on Etsy, dolphin sampler, and of course Firebird sampler. But yeah, probably in the new year this will be another start and finish, because once I started the other one I couldn't stop. They're not huge, kind of fit on a fat 8th-ish, and yeah, I bought that, so couldn't buy it quick enough. First up we had my new start, so it was start number 47 of 50, that's right. I have 3 starts left for my 50 at 50. I'm looking forward to it being done for no reason other than, I don't know, it'll be nice to have it done. Which was Here Be Dragons by Modern Folk Embroidery. And I'm stitching this on 36 count parchment linen from Fibre on a Whim using Threadworx, and for the dragons one I'm using number 1043, and I've already got the thread for Here Be Lions when I do that eventually, which is will be 1040, but this one's 1043. Quite a variegated thread, quite tonal, and I quite like it. So I spent a couple of days on this, enough to get a bit of a feel for it. I kind of wish that places you buy linen from cut them straight, because that was not me overlocking that. It probably was me overlocking that actually. No, it wasn't, because I haven't overlocked it. Yeah, I kind of wish that they would take a little bit more cutting straight, but that's okay. There's still plenty there for framing. So that's where we're at with it. So it is quite highly variegated, quite tonal. The sort of thing where, you know, come back from it, you'll see it a bit more clear than up front. But you can see the little birds through there, and the flowers, and the kind of floral motifs and stuff. So just picking a thread and just stitching up, and then picking another one, starting again. I'm not trying to match thread, like, you know, if I end on a green bit and start on a brown bit, that's okay. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's gone so far. So that's the width of the piece. I am using Pattern Keeper, but it is charted for 2 colours, so you can, so the negative space has a symbol because you can choose to stitch. Like, I could have chosen to stitch, instead of stitching all the black in the border, I could have stitched where the white is and not had a negative, like not done kind of, yeah, a negative effect. So it's hard on Pattern Keeper to know what percentage you've done, because all of this, according to Pattern Keeper, it's full coverage basically. All of the white has a symbol and all the black has a symbol. I think I've done about between 2,500 and 3,000 stitches. I can't remember. It doesn't really matter. I've still got quite a bit to do. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that started. But because I'm kind of trying to get a couple of more finishes under the belt before the end of the year, I have put that away because, you know, it's not going to be finished this year. Speaking of finishes, I then decided I needed another finish, so I picked up Nessie Mitchell, a 1929, an original memorial sampler by MommaLovesYouGB, which I was start number 34 of 50 on 40 count The Cat's Whiskers by Tabby Cat, using Tom and Lily Creations thread in the colour Truth or Vérité. So I call this kind of my European sampler, because the chart's from Wales, you know, English lady living in Wales, and the thread and fabric are both from French suppliers. So it's kind of just fun. And I got it finished. It was quite a bit of stitching to do still, and I was going to leave it because I was going to leave the 1/1 for another week, and I was like, look, just do it. So you may recall I talked about personalising this as sort of like just to commemorate or the year I graduated with my Bachelor of Arts. So because the AEIOU made me think about my degree, which I did in English literature, and I studied linguistics, and I also did Te Reo Māori. I was going to be a teacher and then decided not to be a teacher, so it kind of like made sense, right? So yeah, but I quickly worked out what the over one would be and how it would fit roughly pretty close under the AEIOU. So it's got my full name, BA, and then I just put graduated 1993. Can you believe that's almost 30 years ago? Like, holy shit. Like, far out. Still remember it like it was yesterday. Yeah, and I had originally thought I might put I graduated in 1993, University of Waikato, which would probably have fit, but I'm like, 1/1 on 36 is not that much fun, right? So I didn't. Sorry, 1/1 on 40 count. But anyway, I'm really happy with how that came out, and I probably could have fit the piece across ways, but I wouldn't have had much fabric, I don't think. It's not a huge piece, but yeah, I'm really happy with how that came out. I don't think the colour's showing at all. It's definitely a slightly lavendery grey, like a dove grey, and it's a lovely blue. Really happy. That's my oven. I'll just go put my bread in. Right, so that's loaf 1 in 30 minutes. So then yeah, finished that, and despite wanting to work on things to get a finish, I did feel like giving my Panoply of Peacocks a bit of love. This is from Tempting Tangles Designs, which I am doing my own silk conversion and also just changing the colours up all around. I'm putting a bit more dark, doesn't matter, darker green and stuff in. So it's on 40 count Silver Fern linen by Country Stitch with, again, my own Silks for You conversion. Yeah, this was start number 6. Way back in February. And yeah, I'm at just over 55% now. So since you saw it last time, last time you saw it, I had started this big teal motif, but I only had a tiny bit of it done, so I managed to get all that finished. I also got I got that little pin down here, I think, or that one. Yeah, that little P, doesn't matter, that P in, and then that little lighter P in there. And then I started on this here, and I've got most of that dark green one done. It's this one and this one, massive motifs. This P also needs some back stitching on, but on Pattern Keeper you don't see it, so every now and then I have to refer back to my chart and go back and there's only a little bit of back stitching on it, but you know, again, you can't see it on Pattern Keeper. So that's where we're at. I think I need to bring, so I'm trying to get it a little bit more balanced. Obviously I need to bring some of that lighter yellowy green in somewhere else. This has to come into play a little bit further on. Like on this design, this colour here, like this is quite different, that's completely different. That's different, like the colours are not the same. So I need, this colour here does show on the chart up here a little bit, but I probably want to bring in a little bit more otherwise, and I want to put a bit more purple in, like it's there, a little tiny bit here, but I feel like up here needs to be a bit more purple. So I won't do this motif the same as that motif. I'll make it, I might make, one of these purple just to bring the purple up the top. I don't know, just flicking around with it. Anyway, yeah, just over 55%. She's quite a big one. Obviously going to fit pretty much on a whole fat quarter of 30-40 count linen, but I do like it. What else do I have to say about it? It's pretty much it. I guess some of you long-termers, I don't even know, may recall I had a big counting cock up down here, but then I managed to work, so basically it's all back on track now. I worked the magic in here, where essentially I modified this piece, which was already chopped off, like on the design, there's not the full tail there, it's sort of like this one overlaps. So that was the easy one to modify so that this could fit in. I mean, even this one here, there's a slight overlap. Like essentially it's like this one's plonked on top, so that's not the full tail because that one's there. Does that make sense? Who knows? Who knows if I make sense? It doesn't matter. But yeah, I'll be quite pleased. I don't know, it's one that I hope to finish in 2023, but when I do my finish parade / whip parade, there'll be 2 different parades. At the end of the year, before New Year's, I will talk about, with the whips, I'll talk about any particular plans I have with them. Yeah, so the 3 projects, a start, a finish and a whip. I'm not sure what I'll work on this week. I do have my start number 48, but I'm not starting that until the 16th of December because I think, I have to check the date, that's Jane Austen's birthday. And I'm gonna start the two Modern Folk embroideries in a row, but the Modern Folk embroidery, A Real Comfort, Jane Austen sampler, and this is going to be on more Tabby Cat. What's the theme developing? 40 count Wood Smoke by Tabby Cat, and I'm going to be using Anchor Black with these ones. So I've got both this one and the I Am No Bird, the Bronte sampler, Charlotte Bronte, which is going to be on Tickle the Ivory 40 count. So different fabrics, both 40 count, but all using a bunch of Anchor Black that I picked up a while ago. So just for shits and giggles really. So I don't know when I'll do Charlotte Bronte, but I don't see this as big. I think this potentially, if I'm only starting it on the 16th, so the 16th I said, probably not going to be a start and finish because I do have a few things happening this week. But I think I can finish this before the end of the year, so I might try and finish this. Oh, we'll see, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so looking forward to that. I love the colour of this linen, this very, it's a cool beige that's reading pretty true. And yeah, it'd be nice to do another monochromatic. Just did one, doing one. Okay, so that is what is planned. So starting that, so I guess I've got a few days to work on something else. Not sure what I'll pull out. I need to decide, and I haven't. I'll have a look and see what else could be closer to a finish. I've kind of been working on things, picking up something that is sort of the closest to a finish. So obviously with the whips I have, majority of them are way too big to even contemplate finishing this year. Yeah, I don't know, we'll find something that I haven't picked up for a while. Can't even think, it's probably been so long since I picked it up. So I think I'm going to wrap it up there because I'm obviously in the middle of baking bread. I've got things to do, people to visit, salads to make, and yeah, I'm pleased that you came along. Happy for you to be here. Thanks for coming and checking out my channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button, it all counts apparently, and don't forget in the doobly-doo, in the box below, I always have contact information if you need to reach out to me via email or send me a postcard. There's also a buy me a coffee link if that's something that you're interested in doing. But otherwise, I'll see you next Sunday. And as always, don't let your needles rust. Ciao.